Hello, good morning, America. Good afternoon, Europe, Africa, and good evening, Asia and Australasia. We are so excited today that we will have an Isrrt special Facebook Live program. Isrrt meets new and provisional member societies. We will welcome five societies to our family, the radiographers and radiological technologists worldwide. And today we are very happy to have five people very special to us to present about their country and the Radiography Society. First, we will have Madagascar, Rwanda, Palestine, United Arab Emirates, and Cambodia. I will introduce the speaker one by one and then let them tell us about what's going on in their country and also about their professional practice and situation of our colleague from around the world. First of all, I would like to introduce our first presenter, and she is Baratina Vero Raza Findera Havivelo, and she represents the National Association of Paramedics in Medical Imaging from Madagascar. And please welcome Baratiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow radiographer society and colleagues, President and all members of the big Isrrt, we are grateful. Madagascar Society of Radiography, especially the Association AMPIM of Radiographer, represented by myself, Falatina Ferro Razafrahafe. I myself is member of the board of our association, radiographer and mentor in a public school of X-ray technician. We are happy to take part on this webinar live concerning educational and professional condition for practicing radiography in Madagascar. Through all this presentation, we will learn about the healthcare services in Madagascar, educational background and learning, lifelong learning, which on it we will see opportunities and barriers of it, next role of professional society, and we will see on it strategic priorities and obstacles to fulfilling the mission of this professional society. Let's start with the overview of health services here in Madagascar. In 2016, Madagascar had for 20 million of people an average of 3 beds per 10,000 people, 3,150 physicians, 5,661 nurses, 3,085 community health workers, and 175 pharmacists, almost 200 X-ray technicians. Madagascar healthcare spending passed through $23 in 2014 to $25 in 2017. 5 factors influence healthcare spending here in our country: technology, healthcare product and service prices, market power, health insurance coverage, demographics and patient characteristics. 3 kinds of financial funding we have here, and it comes through the state, from outside, and from users themselves. Concerning service delivery, when we talk about preventive care, Madagascar is characterized by insufficient staff, defective or non-existent equipment, irregularity of supply. Curative care is marked by high cost of drugs and biological analysis, patient financial difficulty, work overloaded, and poor quality of service. When we talk about health promotion, Madagascar has health education session irregular and rare, and sufficient awareness on health protection. Let's move to the leadership and governance here in Madagascar. We have unequal distribution of health facilities and staff, disparity between rural and urban areas. The arts and custom influence the practices and record of illness. The purchasing power and standard of living is low, and 35% of the population lives more than 20 kilometers from a health center. We have also poor quality and service delivery. Let's talk a little bit about fact in medical technology. The modern technology such as scanner, endoscopy, echo Doppler can see only in the city within the big hospital. We have also insufficient or dilapidated equipment. We have lack of upkeep and maintenance. The health workers are not trained in handling and maintenance on new equipment, and it is marked by high cost of examination fee. Students, secondly, let's talk to the educational background and study. Here in Madagascar, we have studying about radiology. We have a school which trains students to be a radiographer, and the students are from the high school and got the baccalaureate scientific degree. They follow 3 years of training, and the first one is at the university with medical students. This is characterized by the common core. And the 2 left years is within the institute, IFIRP. Here we train for X-ray technician or radiographer. And when they finish their study there, they had bachelor degree in medical electroradiology. In general, there are 20 students per promotions, and the study here is for 6 semesters of training. The students do the 2 semesters theoretical courses at the university on the first year, and the 4 semesters left are alternating theoretical courses and practical internship here in this institute. The student on this of radiographer on this institute follow 17 teaching units, which are radiobiology, nursing, public health, ethics and deontology, pathology, oncology, applied physics, pharmacology, radiation protection, radiological exploration, pediatric radio, quality procedures, radiotherapy, organization, emergencies, professional pursuit, and methodology of research. The recruitment for the students are provided by the Ministry of Public Health, and there are supposed to work in public hospital. Now we are almost 300 radiographers trained in all Madagascar. Let's move to the lifelong learning. Here, the professional on radiography has opportunity, especially when they work on the public sector. They have opportunity to continue starting after 5 years of work. And if you talk about short term, they can do manager responsible for the care needs in the imaging department and training framework. But for the long term, they can be a medical radiophysicist, physician specialist on radiography, and we can say that Madagascar, when we talk about imaging professional, we do not have a specific continuing training. And now we have a training project for personnel specialized in the maintenance and services of imaging device, but it's not yet applied. When we're talking about the barrier on lifelong learning, we can say that the non-specific continuing training for an imaging professional in Madagascar is one barrier of it. And there are also lack of well-defined career plan for imaging. Most professionals work in the coast, and the education is focused in the city. And also, most professionals change sectors, and there are also frequent breakdowns on devices and equipment, assignments to a position that not corresponding to the training, and lack of security and protection in the imaging department. Let's talk about role and professional society in Madagascar and strategic priority now. As we say, we have an association, ANPIM, which is a National Association Paramedics in Medical Imaging, and we have also an union, SITMIN, National Union of Technicians in Medical Imaging. The role of this professional association is to promote the association and help guide students new to medical electroradiologic manipulator training, establish the association relationship at the international level, prohibit this profession to the lawless and propose rules of professional conduct and ethics, perform social activities according to the needs of the population, train members in leadership and development, work in collaboration with the union to improve the professional situation of the staff. When you talk about the strategic priorities to fulfill those missions, we have in 2002 7 important activities. The two first is trainings on leaderships, training, interpretation of radiological images. We have also an international meeting, because we plan to attend this international meeting, and we have free sensitizations, fight against tobacco, fight against HIV and AIDS, and simple hand washing, and the last is blood donation. The major obstacle to fulfill this mission is the COVID-19, which began in March 2020 in our country, prohibition of movement and meeting on this date, and sufficiency funds to attend the international meeting, and security of training given to students, lack of funding. That's end our presentation. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Ferratiana, and we will come back to you during the panel discussion. And next speaker, I would like to introduce John Felix Habimana. He represents Society of Medical Imaging and Radiation from Rwanda, and he will tell us what's going on about our profession in his country, Rwanda.
dear ladies and gentlemen. Hello. So I'm very impressive and very excited to be invited by Isrrt. And today I'm going to share with you, before starting my presentation, this is a country profile regarding basic demographic and health data, where according to Rwanda Demographic and Health Survey 2014 and 2015, total population of country was 12,988,423. Among those, 67% are staying in rural, while 33% are staying in urban. And I'm experienced with working in the rural area in Rwanda, because you can see that most of the population are staying in rural. It means that I have more than 10 years experience working in imaging. I have more experience on different disease pattern experienced by the population. Then the life expectancy at birth in Rwanda was 64.5 years, and the next health indicators you should read at your own time. To this diagram, or from district hospital, it is where we are starting to see the medical imaging services with qualified registered medical imaging practitioners with different skills and the knowledge in performing imaging. So in the details, in the central level is overall administrative head of Rwanda health system is the Ministry of Health, which is in charge of governing, regulate health sector, including both public and private. So Ministry of Health has implementing institution like Rwanda Biomedical Center, which has many subdivisions, sub-branches, such as a national blood transfusion service, a national medical procurement and storing services, national laboratory, etc. And on the other side, they have other 4 health professional regulatory bodies charged with supervising and monitoring professional practice, like Rwanda Medical and Dental Council, Rwanda Allied Health Professional Council, Rwanda National Council of Nurses and Midwives, Rwanda Pharmacy Council. Those are regulating the different human resources who are working in the health facilities, both private and public. National Referral Hospital, we have 5: King Faisal Hospital, Rwanda Military Hospital, Kigali University Teaching Hospital, Butare University Teaching Hospital, Ndera Neuropsychiatric Hospital. Their main mission is just to provide the tertiary care to the Rwandan populace. And the third level, then we move on the 4th level, where we have the provincial hospital. We have 4 provincial hospitals in each province, where Eastern Province has Rwamagana, Western has Bushenge, Northern Province has Kinihira, the other one, the Southern have Ruhango Provincial Hospital. Those provincial hospital has a responsibility to decrease the pressure of demand for services in the national referral hospitals or so. Then Rwanda has 4 provinces. Note that Rwanda has 4 provinces and the seat of Kigali, and each province has their own provincial hospital. Peripheral level again, we have an administrative office, which district health unit which is multidisciplinary, and the district hospital, like where I'm working at Ruri District Hospital, a network of health centers, and then you move to health post, then community health workers. On this one, I'm presenting from top downward, while on the previous image I was presenting from downward, from household level to the central level. So the district health unit is an administrative unit in charge of provision of health services and is responsible for planning, monitoring, and supervising of the implementing agencies. It reports to the Vice Mayor of Social Affairs. Those hierarchy of health services provision in Rwanda, those one are described according to the level of health care system. So from the community, from a household down there in the community, at the household level, we have community health workers who control, who promote, who prevent, screen, and treat the malnutrition, or provide family planning, management child illness, or behavior change and communication to the household level. Then from there you move to cell level, administrative level, which name cells, and each cells has supposed to have a health post, and those health posts they carry out promotional, preventive, and primary curative services, and the basic diagnostic with rapid testing like malaria etc. They are able to do that. So basic package of services for those that are far from health centers, they serve those basics from the household which are so far from the health centers. And another level is the sector level, where it have the health center. They provide complete integrated services such as curative, preventive, promotional, and rehabilitation services. And another many duties, they supervise health posts and the community health workers operating in their catchment area. Then on this point, on this point we have district level, district hospital, and each district has the district hospital, and there are some district hospitals in Rwanda which has more than 2 or more than 1 hospitals, and it is very interesting and very important for health accessibility if you consider public health aspect. I'm talking this because I'm a public health expert. I understand the implication of inaccessibility to the health facilities for the population. The district hospital is just provisional care to the patient referred by primary health centers, then carrying out planning activity for the health district and supervise the district health personnel. And they do C-section, cesarean section treatment of complicated cases like that. Then once we move up to provincial level, those provincial hospitals in each province administrative unit gradually upgrade from secondary health care to specialized services to serve the population in respective provinces. Or they provide complementary package of activities and specialized care, including internal medicine, pediatrics, surgery, obstetrics, as well as gynecology. So once you go to national teaching and referral hospitals, their main duties is just to provide advanced quality health care according to international standards, or just to train health professionals, then to contribute to the development of human resources, and to conduct outstanding research, and therefore to provide the technical support to the health system at national level. Those are working like a senior consultant to the Ministry of Health at in our professional. The training in radiography started in 1996 at advanced diploma level until 2014. As in Rwanda, we have only a single higher learning institution named University of Rwanda College of Medicine and Health Sciences that train medical imaging professional at advanced diploma. Then 6 years ago in 2015, they started to train bachelor degree in medical imaging sciences. So far we have one cohort out on the market. Then before 2015, Rwandans, including me, were undertaking their studies outside Rwanda, like in Uganda, Ekire, and South Africa in the University of Johannesburg. But another one, our professionals are working at all levels of health care system except primary and community health care levels. Then output of education training. So far we have about 30 radiographers with a bachelor's degree. 23 in them has qualified in medical imaging in generally, and 7 in diagnostic ultrasound. Then less than 10 with master's degree, and they are working in academia. Currently, Society of Medical Imaging and Radiation in Rwanda is recording about 300 registered radiographers, but the majority of them has advanced diploma in medical imaging. The shortage of healthcare professionals, including medical imaging and affiliated sciences, emerged as a public health challenges in the healthcare system because few or limited specialized practice such as echocardiography, nuclear medicine, vascular imaging, as well as radiation therapy. In Rwanda, we have achieved MDG, objective number 4 and 5, related to maternal, child, and newborn health, because the radiographers has played a key role in training nurses and midwives to carry out a basic ultrasound at community level, at health centers and health posts, and the program is ongoing. And those one, the radiographers, that is one opportunity that they do at primary health care. for improving for mentorship of nurses and midwives for this case. So lifelong learning opportunities and the key barrier to CPD. The Society of Medical Imaging and Radiation in Rwanda, which is a legally recognized entity in Rwanda, has a primary mission to advocating for improved working and safety conditions in practice. It has a comprehensive capacity building plan, CPD plan. The plan is including national, international workshops that are done online, training or face-to-face, but on a regular basis. Then SMIR collaborates with different national, international stakeholders to train its members, like International Society of Radiography and Radiological Technologists, Isrrt, University of Rwanda College of Medicine and Health Sciences, Rwanda Biomedical Centers, TB and other respiratory disease division, and many more. They are facilitating our societies for capacity building of radiographers. Then SMIR is accredited as a CPD provider by regulatory bodies, Rwanda Health Professional Council, to facilitate its members comply with 50 credit CPD point required to renew the practical license in every 2 years. This image is showing the authorization of providing the CPD within our professional, and I'm in charge of CPD in our profession. I'm a CPD provider. Then once we continue on the training, I remember those images from light. Those images, this is our current president of society was introducing international workshop in image interpretation under sponsorship of Isrrt, and it was wonderful and fruitful with different participants from worldwide and regional. So the key barrier to lifelong learning is just lack of fund to implement the capacity building plan, lack of scholarship opportunity, lack of consideration sent for some specialties like echocardiography, vascular ultrasound, etc. Current critical shortage within the national healthcare system. Then the role of our society is just shaping professional through setting of internal rules and regulation for its members, advocating for the well-being of SMIR members, empower medical imaging practitioners by providing training and speedy provide to improve patient care and research, keep abreast with approved policies with an aim to advance career development and professionalism. Then strategic priorities is to empower members to respond to clinical need for the population through quality imaging services that facilitate accurate differential diagnosis, mobilizing for SMIR membership and compliance with membership requirement for all graduates, planning based on professional need, regular assessment, carrying out operational research in medical imaging to influence policy makers formulation based on the documented evidence. Then our challenge is just a lower membership subscription. Many people are subscribing to annual subscription, but they don't regularly pay their annual subscription. So we have a challenge, limited source of fund to implement or running or planned activities, lower students who want to study medical imaging, and therefore it will impact the future growth of our profession. Lack of support from radiographers who went outside of our country, who don't want to look back to our profession and the support. Limited qualified members in all subspecialties. who can contribute in the academia, lack of representation at the central level, so limited of qualified practitioners to train others, lack of scholarship for different subspecialty images. So there is a limited number of partners to deliver CPD program in radiation field. So our future plan is just to make sure that all 80% of radiographers with advanced diploma will be upgraded to bachelor level in medical imaging sciences. And now we have so far we are Rwanda, government of Rwanda, due to many issues of cancer burden, they are sending radiographers to study radiation therapy. Now we have about 5 radiographers who are doing bachelor in radiation therapy. Soon we will have a radiation therapist in Rwanda. Then the second plan, capacity building in various postgraduate subspecialty like pediatric, echocardiography, musculoskeletal, nuclear medicine, X-ray, pattern recognition, radiation therapy, protection. Then, because of our professional dynamism with new technology, we are trying to set up a code of practice in order to protect the professional from unnecessary invasion. And soon we supposed to have another training for capacity building of our member will be among our key priorities and the future plan. So before conclusion, I would like to thanks to everyone who take their time to listen to me.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much for sharing with us the situation in your country, Rwanda. We will come back to you later during the discussion part. And the next guest, we are so honored to have our colleague from Palestine, Mohammed Abdelgari, and he represents the Palestinian Association of Medical Radiation Technologists. And he will tell us about situation of professional practice in his country.
Hi, this is Mohammed Abdelghani from Palestine. Gentlemen and colleagues, I am honored today to be with you as a representative of the Palestinian Association of Medical Radiation Technologists, WAMRT. Hoping that WAMRT, in collaboration with you and with Arab associations, will advance our profession worldwide as we all strive to achieve common goals, sharing the same aspirations and targets. Today I will share with you the reality of medical imaging profession in Palestine, focusing on the definition of Palestinian Association of Medical Radiation Technologists, WAMRT. Across the globe, radiography and medical imaging is one of the main professional pillars of healthcare system. In Palestine, we had a relatively late beginnings of regulated radiography practices. Until 1986, all the employees in the radiography departments have received scattered courses and practical trainings, not more than 1 year in the best cases. In 1986, have witnessed a tremendous improvement when the University of Al-Quds launched the first diploma of radiography, which is eventually evolved the bachelor's degree in 1998 at the same university. And in 1997, Al-Azhar University also has launched the first bachelor's degree in medical imaging. Less than 14 years later, in 2017, the first master's degree in medical imaging technology was accepting enrollments in 3 major tracks in Al-Quds University. Later in 2017, the first Master of Radiography Science was launched for 3 major tracks of the program. Also in 2017, Al-Azhar University in Gaza launched the first Master of Medical Imaging for 3 major tracks of the program in CT, MRI, and radiation protection. Arab American University will offer a master degree in medical imaging this year. I hope the next semester students can register for attending this program. Currently, we have 5 Palestinian universities which offer a radiography bachelor's degree and ultrasonography training, and those are Al-Quds University, Arab American University, Al-Najah University, Palestinian Ahliya University, and Al-Azhar University. The Palestinian University have approximately graduated 1,520 radiographers. The vast majority are bachelor's degree in medical imaging holders, 12 hold diplomas, 100 have master's degree, and 15 have a doctorate degree. Unfortunately, estimated unemployment rate 35% overall radiographers in Palestine at the end of the year 2020. As for our society, which is non-profit and non-governmental organization, which is the regulatory body of medical imaging profession here in Palestine. It is the only organization representing all disciplines of medical radiation technologists in Palestine, as I mentioned before, non-government, non-profit, and non-political organization. It was established in 1997 by a group of colleagues serving by only 80 technicians across the country at that time. An administrative structure has been put in place for the society, divided into 3 electoral districts so far. Each electoral district represented by 7 members. With a total of 21 members electing the executive board and the universe of 7 members whom representing the society. The executive board consisting of president, vice president, and other 5 members whom representing 5 committees, as we mentioned: president, vice president, treasurer, general secretary, media committee, and scientific committee, and social committee. Since its establishment, BAMRT has worked on founding an internal professional constitution that meets the needs and expectations of the health sector, with the main objective of supporting the members of the society scientifically and practically. The society has also recognized the importance of training students and coordinated with the Palestinian university and ministries to streamline efforts in upgrading the profession, providing high quality service in Palestine. Since then, our society worked to put all its resources at the disposal of the Palestinian health system. We extend consultation through statistics and need analysis presentation to plan for preparation of radiographer, while addressing deficiencies in the equipment. The society have recommended many amendments, legislations, so it would align with the International Commission of Radiation Protection Organization and the World Health Organization, As a result, modalities like CT, MRI, radioisotope, DR radiography, and other modalities were made available to all Palestinian governorates. Practicing radiography as a profession in the Palestinian territories is subject to obtaining society membership. Also, since 2018, achieving CME points and passing the Isrrt exam for new graduates are required to get the BAMART membership. In order to achieve the requirements of CME, the society holds scientific workshops in several proficiencies and organizes an annual congress. In addition to recruiting 3 headquarters as educational centers, BAMART also supports communication and collaboration through social gatherings. BAMART also collaborates with universities through the first Scientific Advisory Council, which includes all educational institutions of radiography and medical imaging in Palestine. This advisory council has been established to organize and coordinate conferences and academic programs and others. Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, there is a serious problem, rise of high unemployment rate, which was 35% overall radiographers in Palestine at the end of the year 2020. Appreciating the collaboration with the neighbors, the society participated in many regional and international conferences and celebrations to build bridge with associations, institutions, and universities concerned with the profession of medical imaging. Those activities have finally led to the establishment of Arab Federation of Radiography, Radiology and Medical Imaging Specialist Associations, AFRSA, which represents 14 radiographers society in the Arab world. In addition, that BAMART got a membership of the European Federation of Radiographer Societies and International Society of Radiographers and Radiological Technologists. The first meeting to establish AFRSA was held in the capital of Jordan, Amman, which is the capital of Jordan. The second meeting, which held in Tunis, and it was the official announcement of establishment of the AFRSA. In 2021, BAMART has come a long way in upgrading the profession of radiography and medical imaging in Palestine, and it is now one of the leading societies in the region. Therefore, we hope that our membership of Isrrt is a valuable addition in serving the profession globally. Regarding Isrrt, assistance is in the scientific field and support conferences and build bridges between all colleagues in the world is much appreciated. At the end, I like to thank Mr. Dimitris and all the members of Isrrt Council. Thank you. Thank to all friendly associations and friends. Mr. Samar Al-Farra from United Arab Emirates, from Mr. Barish from Turkey, Mr. Abdulrahman Gimbaza from Algeria, Mr. Tawfiq Hidusi and Mr. Murad Drera from Tunis, my President Rami Al-Khdour from Palestine, and all my friends in all countries for their absolute support to our society in joining Isrrt. And we hope to meet all of you here in Palestine and in Dublin. It would be great welcoming you to visit Palestine and directly experience the reality of a medical imaging profession here in Palestine. And to our colleagues, thank you so much for your dedication and hard work. We appreciate you so much for taking care of our communities. Please don't forget to take care of yourself as well too though. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abdelghari, for your presentation that you tell us about your country, Palestine. We will get back to you during the discussion session. And I would like to introduce our next guest, Samar Farah, and she represents the Society of Radiographers of United Arab Emirates. Please welcome Samar, and Samar will tell us about her country.
Greetings, everyone, and thanks for having us in this Isrrt live webinar. My name is Samar Al-Farah, and I am representing the Radiographers Society in the United Arab Emirates. Thanks for having us. A quick overview of the upcoming 15 minutes or so, a historical background of our society, race, educational and professional conditions for practicing radiography in the United Arab Emirates, an overview of the healthcare services in the country, educational background and studies, CPDs, and the role of race and strategic priorities. Of course, we will touch base also on the obstacles to fulfilling our mission. A little bit of background. So back in April 2017, we had Dr. Fauzi, who was the former president of the Isrrt, visiting us here in the United Arab Emirates. We had a meeting with our mother association, which is the Emirates Medical Association president. And we had the initial get-go for support to declare the society. A year later, in April 2018, our society was announced by the Medical Association, the Emirates Medical Association, EMA. The first board members are Hashim, Hassa, myself, Layla, and Muhammad. And now we are celebrating our membership, provisional membership with the Isrrt. It goes without saying that we need to pay gratitude to Dimitris for making us feel that Isrrt is our home. A lot of support and communications, and a lot of effort was put by Dimitris. I have to thank you for that. The France Society, Philippe, is a frequent supporter, always there for us, in an icon in every function that we have in the United Arab Emirates. The Greek Society, Angeliki, I haven't met you, but thank you so much, the Greek Society, and we wish to see you soon in 2022. Fauzi Pir, the godmother of race, thank you again. So now let's go through the professional conditions for practicing radiography in UAE. The UAE has a comprehensive government-funded health services and a well-developing private health sector as well, both of which deliver high standard of healthcare to the population. The healthcare is regulated at federal and the Emirates level. The statistics back in 2017 show that there are 45 hospitals, around 8,000 physicians, 20,000 nurses in the government sector, and 98 hospitals in the private sector, 14,000 physicians, and 33, approximately, of course, 1,000 nurses in the private sector. There's an estimated proportion of doctors to residents of 180 to 100,000 population. In 2018, the UAE was ranked one of the top 10 most efficient healthcare systems in the world. We have 4 different bodies that regulate the healthcare systems in the United Arab Emirates, which makes it a little bit of a challenge, as we will be touch basing on the obstacles. We have complexes comprised of clinics of various specialties, and those are called medical cities. Those also do serve, and they all have medical imaging facilities. Also a characteristic of the healthcare system in Dubai especially, and Abu Dhabi, is that they have ranked second and third, respectively, most popular medical tourism destinations in the region back in 2015. So we have a lot of tourists who we need to serve as radiographers as well. So radiographers in the United Arab Emirates handle radiography, imaging, fluoroscopy, a little bit of ultrasound. That's still dominated by radiologists, mammography, computed tomography, magnetic resonance imaging, interventional radiology, PACS, and of course, some of us end up in managerial places. Educational background and studies is a little also special in the United Arab Emirates. We have a lot of broad education because of the way that the demographics of the country is portrayed. And so, yes, we do have 4 different universities that we are aware of that produce medical imaging bachelor's degree graduates, some of which also are offering higher diploma. I know that there are also plans for master's degree. The broad education is pursued by locals, but by the vast majority of expats. And for those licensure and licensure exams, in addition to interviews, take place before the appointment, and the Ministry of Education verifies internationally granted certificates with a declared list of recognized institutions across the globe to maintain quality. The average pay for a medical radiographer in the United Arab Emirates is $170,000 annually. That's $83 an hour. I must say that there are different numbers, so I guess whoever is doing the statistics is taking a number of things into consideration. But generally speaking, the government sector pays more than the private sector. But the average, the common denominator, if you will, is the average requirement in terms of a degree. The highest level that is required is a bachelor's degree. For a medical radiographer, of course, master's and a PhD are not a requirement for a medical radiographer, as probably most of the world. So talking about CPDs and barriers, so we have a major event that we have been, conducting since 2017, even before the beginning of race. And then it's called the annual radiology meeting. We managed to have a lateral, collateral, if you will, concurrent dedicated radiographer session along with the radiologists. So we're working hand in hand with the Radiology Society for that function. This is Philippe, my dear Philippe, supporting us in the annual radiology meeting. And my colleague Hissa and some of the delegates. It was very interesting, and it was an honoring moment to meet all of those nice ladies, honestly. AFRSA, the Arab Federation, also is working with RACE currently to conduct the first conference here in the United Arab Emirates under the umbrella of AFRSA. I must thank our counter colleagues, Rami and Mohammed Abdel Ghani, for their support as well. We'll see that in the future. Hopefully, this is our Hashim, the president of our race. Going through the objectives of race, basically, we need to represent the UAE radiographers nationally and internationally. We're doing a great job with that, but there is room for improvement. So we are, of course, collaborating with EMA, our mother society. We're working with the UAE Society of Medical Physicists because we do interlap and intersect. And then we work with the Radiology Society of the UAE. As I said, we co-create, if you will, co-deliver the annual radiology meeting. We're working with Isrrt. We're also working with the AFRSA, the Arab Federation, to produce meaningful events. We also strive to maintain the improvement in technical and ethical standards. And for that, we are trying to involve and engage with higher education and institutions. We do have some input. We are also extending educational opportunities, CPDs, and the annual radiology meeting, and some other functions that we do. For example, the radiographers day, we've done a webinar online alongside with the AFRSA. We still don't have any input in the licensure exams. We have no input also in the equipment commissioning and selection, but this is something that we need to work on. We also need to protect or aim to protect and promote the rights and interests of the members of the society and the dissemination to members of technical and other information affecting their profession. We try to obtain that as much as we can, but with the number of members, this is also an obstacle. We aim to maintain contact with overseas bodies and to have some influence on the training, employment qualifications, and other aspects of the radiographers' careers. We're still lacking in the employment qualification section. We have, as I said, we have no control over the employment qualification and licensure exams. We also aim to provide a forum for increased collaboration between organizations within the United Arab Emirates having any interest in radiography. So we have representation in a number of the entities that are responsible for healthcare provision in the United Arab Emirates, but we're still lacking some, entities that we seem not to be able to outreach for the time being. We are also having representation in the Federal Authority of Nuclear Regulation, FANR. This is something that we have established, and I think this is giving us a bit of a push towards our objectives. Of course, we do need to ensure that there is no conflict of interest in achieving those objectives. And for that, we have a specific way of running the business in the United Arab Emirates. Basically, organizing partners do handle financial matters, and they report to Mother Society all the outcomes of the functions. So to wrap up, the role of RACE is annual main regional event. That's one, and then a number of other events. We have advisory committees for the higher educational institutions. We do have industry representation for the medical imaging program accreditation, and that was done back in 2018. We do offer this service as well. We have endorsed a special training for the undergraduates to volunteers during the COVID-19 in the terms of micro-credential and digital badges. We have some role in outreach to national and international peer societies. Of course, there is room for improvement on this frontier, and then it's a work in progress. The challenges can be wrapped up into three different points. We have to look into the control or influence on training, employment, and qualification in a more comprehensive way. This is something that we need to work with our mother society. We need to cross the boundaries in terms of having representatives in the different emirates and having more members joining us. Of course, this is when the society has no input in the qualification and employment, membership doesn't become that appealing. And of course, now that we're dealing with social distancing, things are slowing down, baby steps, if any. And of course, us being frontliners is not, helping the situation. But we're aiming to, seek out some help and support from our co-workers and co-radiographers across the globe. Thank you, and see you May 2021 or on one of the webinars that we are planning to have, and later on May 2022. Thanks.
Thank you so much for your presentation, and we are so happy to have you with us here. And we will get back to you after our last presenter. The next guest is from my neighboring country, Cambodia, and she's my very good friend. So P. Lai, she represents the Association of Cambodia Radiologic Technician and Radiological Technologists. So P today will tell us about situation of the practice of radiographers or technologists in the country, Kingdom of Cambodia.
Good morning and good afternoon and good evening wherever you are. My name is Lisa Pierre. I am a president of Association of Cambodia Radiologists Technologies. So today I would like to talk about the education and professional condition for practicing radiography in Cambodia. So here is my content. The content first, I would like to talk about overview of the healthcare service in Cambodia, and second, education background and study in Cambodia. The third is like long learning opportunity and barrier, and the last one, the role of professional society in the country and strategic priority. Okay, let's start now. So for the overview, the healthcare in Cambodia, as our country is just the move from the where. So everything after we start up from the where is very a little bit and slowly, step by step. As we got the independent in 1955, the civil war that revived the country until maybe around 2000, and so many of the facility is destroyed. Here is we show you about the Cambodia within the war and after finish the war of civil. So sign the radiology core technology sphere we start in 2006, and we have only one university to study radiology technician. It means that the school that we can study radiology core technology is only one university. The university is the University of the Health Ministry and has only Phnom Penh City. And after we have the skill, it starts signing as 2006. It seems the radiological technologies has been microprocess imaging and provide a health facility and access to care the association of radiological technology. And for the association radiologist technical, it was established on 2008 and is start up and set up by Mr. Patrick, who are the first president of Isrrt. Even we has the even we just start from the 2006, but it seems our radiology technician still has the limited. It's meant now we don't have enough radiology technology to provide all the service in Cambodia. And if you compare with the the neighbor country, our reserve RT sector is still limited, and now we still continue has the to promote our skill and to promote how the Cambodia people could be studied in this skill. So for education background study in Cambodia, the Cambodia is like the neighbors country like the Vietnam, Thailand. Education Cambodia is controlled by the state through the Ministry of Education in the national level and by the Department of Education at the provincial level. The Cambodia education system includes the preschool, primary, general school, and higher education and non-medical education. So education in Cambodia is now we become the we become like a little bit better if we compare with the diverse country, but we still have limited because the resource in Cambodia is still have a little bit lower. And one more thing, education is the critically important to Cambodia development because the country, the Cambodia is a development country. So the strategy focus on the young and dynamic and mobile population as a major contributor. This time we can follow from the international school, which school that was opening in Cambodia. Here is, I would like to tell and show you a little bit for the radiological technician. So if in Cambodia, if a student that graduate from high school, if they want to be to study radiological, they need to nation examination. It means that after student graduate from high school, they can choose which field that they want to study in the medical, such as radiological technician. But they need to be completely nation exam, and then they can go to University of the Health Science. And after that, they can study in university, and they must be complete diploma of radiological technician almost 3 years. In these 3 years, they need to complete all the practical and theory from the university and in another hospital which cooperate with the university. Here is the formal and result that after they graduate from the University Health of Science. There are formal education programs in radiology that leads to a certificate as association degree. In this point, I would like to show you some that Cambodia we have only associate degree. It means that now Cambodia not yet has the bachelor degree for the radiology technician. But now maybe as soon as we will have this project, because now we have the bridging course to study from associate to complete bachelor. Maybe in this half year maybe we have the bachelor in University of Health Science. And one more thing, the association degree program is the most common, and student must completely for 3 years in university. It means within this 3 years, the student have to complete all both classroom clinical training and in another hospital. So in another hospital in Phnom Penh city, so they have to go to practice and complete all the credit for the become of radiology technician. So besides that, we have only associate degree. So another scholarship, we have the bachelor and master degree in the overseas for RT or RTT program. But in the scholarship is they we have only 3 or 5 people can got a scholarship bachelor sign the radiology technician start from 2006. So this action that some action I want to show you the in Cambodia. So maybe soon as we have the bachelor degree of radiology technician, but now we have only associate degree, a 3-year program to train students to how to operate machine imaging equipment such as X-ray, CT scanner, MRI, sonography machine, and 3D medical imaging program, among other computer and web-based on software program. In this, we have to go to the hospital because in the university we don't have enough to equipment for the student project, such as CT scan, MRI. In the school is we don't have, but the student must go to another hospital that has CT scan and MRI for practice and for improve their knowledge. Because our country, as I saw all of you, is now our country is developed one country. So for the credit and theory is still important for the student study in the school. It means that all students can learn the theory is more than practical because we don't have enough equipment for the student study and research. And here I would like to tell you some recently that our radiology technician graduate since 2006 and until now we have only 15 generation RT, maybe around 300 that completely graduate from the control by the state through the ministry. In this, I didn't count with who are trained only training only 6 or 3 months for become radiology technician because they are not yet complete and graduate from the control by the ministry. So this amount is very a little bit because we have only around 300 RT in Cambodia. So our RT is still like case, and we cannot provide the resource, human resource to all hospitals. So the theory in our country study in radiology technician is 64 credit and classroom practice 28 credit, clinical practice 10 credit, and internship 10 credit. So totally our credit to become the radiology technician is 112 credit, maybe around 30,000 hours. So for the barrier that completely our barrier education is the first is low education opportunity about the radiation. It means that in Cambodia, the almost people they don't want to study radiology, radiological because they are afraid of the radiation. This is a very big problem that now we still cannot solve and cannot push them to change their mindset. And one more thing, they as the first point, they worry about the uh, generous of radiation dose. Because if they study being a radiological technician, they think they will got the many of the radiation that affect to their health and affect to their daily life. And one more thing is the family issue of financial problem as our country is the development country. So the financial problem in family to send the children to study in the university is still has the problem and we has the limited access. So and then one more is they don't get medical knowledge. This means that the medical knowledge in Cambodia is still not. This is still has the limited for the general population. The most of population in Cambodia they don't know and then understand about the medical, which should affect to their health, so which is good to get for their health. So and the big problem, one more, is our university is not enough equipment for the practice. As I showed you before, the university for study become the radiology technician in Cambodia has only one university. So only one university is, I think, is not enough to improve the human resource in the country. As health, as university health science, even the radiology technical has only one university to study, but the universities still don't has enough equipment for the student practice. So all students have to go to hospital, another hospital, and if they want to learn, such as a CT scan, MRI, or something like ultrasound, so they will go to hospital. It's not in university. So the one more I think is in Cambodia not enough human resource at university to provide the best skill and best quality to improve radiological technician, because as I said, all the problem and all the barrier is related to the people education and the people financial problem. Here we would like to show you about the rule for the radiology technical in Cambodia. The most our radiology.
Thank you, Sophie, for your presentation, and what you told us is very interesting about the practice in your country. And before we go to the panel discussion, I would like to ask our President, Madam President Donna Newman, to officially welcome our new member to the Isrrt family. Donna.
Well, I just want to say to each of our speakers, as a global leader, I am so inspired by our member societies, our new member societies, Madagascar, Rwanda, and Cambodia, and our new provisional members, which will come before the council in our next council meeting, Palestine and United Arab Emirates. You guys are amazing. It is just amazing to me that some of your societies are very young. And I don't know if you realize, but you guys are the pioneers. You are the pioneers for your profession. And you guys are the people that are ensuring that the high standards are there for the delivery of healthcare in your country. So I thank you for those wonderful talks. I thank you for telling us about your country's healthcare. And I welcome you to the ISRT. Just a quick shout out to Madagascar. I'm so excited to see you participated in our tobacco-free campaign. Thank you so much for helping contribute to this movement. And Rwanda, it was great to see that you did a regional workshop with us in your country. And I look forward to new projects with all our new member societies. Welcome to the ISRT.
Thank you, Donna, President of the ISRT. And I think we spent good timing for today's program. And I would like our representative from our new member and provisional members to have a word so that you can greet our friend from around the world. Let's start with Ferratiana from Madagascar.
For giving me the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for your invitation, and thank you, my fellow all around the globe, for the four fellow who take the speech to talk about what happened in their country about the radiology. And I would like to greet all the member of the big ISRT, and I would like also to greet all the one who organized this meeting, because it's really important to us to show us and to learn from the other country. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much for.
Do you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. And we are very, very happy to have you with us today. And next, I just want to check if John Felix Hambinmana is with us, our colleague from Rwanda. Probably we have technical difficulty from there.
Yeah, we have been having intermittent difficulty with him. So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right, and now I think I want to invite Mohammed Abdelghari, our colleague from Palestine, to have a word with your colleague from all around the world. We represent roughly 500,000 radiographers from around the world.
Thank you all. This meeting. We hope we can meet in person in Dublin this year. Many thanks to Mr. Dimitris, Mr. Summer, Mrs. Summer, and all the ISRT Council for this invitation. We have, as I mentioned before, we hope that we can meet in person this year.
Thank you. And we would love to meet everyone in person also. And we know that it's tough, but we will get there. And next, I would like Samar to have a word with us.
Well, you know what? Those are very exciting moments. Those moments are very precious in the sense that, honestly, radiographers are misrepresented across the world. I worked in many countries. I worked in Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, and Canada. And I can tell you, whenever anyone talks about medical crew, they're talking about either nurses or doctors and some physiotherapists, but somehow we seem not to be represented. And I think it's platforms like ISRT that play a great role in, showing the world we're great. You can't work without us. No, you can't work without us. And we really need to be recognized. And I think those platforms also are important in terms of extending support and help. And to the points that my colleagues mentioned in Rwanda, especially Madagascar, Cambodia, I am extending opportunities of free CPDs for those developed countries. We're trying to help and support everyone. I'm sure ISRT can work as home, mom and dad, cater for such exchange of knowledge. Donna, thank you so much. Dimitris, you're wonderful, both of you guys. I mean, and everyone else, thank you so much. This is an exciting moment. Thanks.
We are excited to have you with us here also, and I visit your country twice already, and I'm always wanted to go back.
You will visit us in the upcoming conference, all of you. That's for sure. And by then, I mean, hopefully 2022, we will not have anything called COVID-20 or 19 or anything. Hopefully things will be just fine.
Thank you. And I think our colleague from Rwanda is back. Sean, you are back with us. To conclude the program, I would like you to, oops. All right. We know it's difficult for him to get here. So we would have Sophie, you are with us now. Sophie also disconnect. All right. We heard a lot from her already. And I would also like to introduce one very, very important person in our organization, our CEO, Dimitris Kasisvarakis. And he has been working with us for quite some times already, and he has connected us with you guys. And I would like Dimitris to have a word.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Yutapon, dear Madam Chairman, dear colleagues. It is a real pleasure having you all with us, new and under. Give me a second. Can you hear me good?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Again, dear host, my friend Napapong, Madam Chairman, Madam President, and dear colleagues, it was a real pleasure having you all as new societies and under provisional membership societies from various parts of the world, sharing with us your experiences and information on your educational and professional matters. It is impressive, as the President said, hearing that all your societies are vivid towards an advanced in terms of services to patient profession. It is very promising having all you have plans and programs for providing continuing professional developing courses for your members. I want to congratulate Madagascar, Rwanda, and Cambodia as new societies. However, dear colleagues around the world, the Isrrt organization founded more than 62 years now and is still growing and advancing. We are very happy having a provisional membership status Palestine Society and United Arab Emirates Society. We are welcoming them to our family. We are looking forward having more societies from the Arabic Peninsula and surrounding countries as members. Thank you all for being with us. And I also want to thank you, my good friend and colleague Yutapon, and our host Napampong for their efforts all these months, bringing all radiographers around the world every Sunday noon for Greece together, exchanging information, experiences, and giving to the globe the sense that we all belong to a family, because Isrrt is more than an organization. Yes, Amar, it's a family. Thank you all. And we would like to see you at the next meeting, maybe in Dublin. Who knows?
Let's hope. Thank you, Dimitri. Since our colleague is back now, Mr. Habimane from Rwanda, would you like to have a word to your colleagues from all around the world? Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, please. I hear you.
Yes. Yes, are you hearing me?
Yes, perfectly.
Actually, I met with some technical problem.
No worry. We just want you to have a word to our member, our colleague from all around the world. Please do so.
Okay, thank you. Actually, it's my great pleasure to hear a special invitation from Isrrt to participate in this very interesting and very impressive educative webinar. Once I have received the invitation, then I saw the content of what we're supposed to present. I tried my best because I know I'm General Secretary General for Society of Medical Imaging and Radiation, and I have a different position, managerial, professional within the clinic and the teaching academia. But what I can say, just I don't know. I hope you have heard my presentation. I would like just to thank to the Isrrt board and recommend them if we can keep organizing regularly such kind of event. Then we bring different topics. Like now, I managed to hear from the different colleagues from different countries like Cambodia. So we have many challenges on our professional nomenclature. I think it can help us because from a legal perspective, different countries, they have the different names of our professional. If we can bring the topic on this, then we can harmonize. Even if we can harmonize now, once we go at the level of policymakers, it is really difficult because already the guidelines, policies already has been approved by government with different names. And this one is compromising our current practice, even the scope of practice and the scheme of service. Of course, it includes the impact on our monthly income. So it was my first idea that I would like to address, unless you have any question to ask me. Any special question?
All right, thank you so much. And your voice is heard by our president is here and some of the board is here. And I see numbers of our board, executive board members is watching us on the Facebook Live at the moment. Your voice is heard. And Florentiana, you are back. And I think we would like you to have some words to our colleague from all around the world. All right, she's frozen again. That's okay. The program will be pinned up on the top of our Facebook page, and you can watch the rerun. And finally, I would like our president to have the closing remarks.
I thank you to all of our experts from around the world. Your voice is what makes the Isrrt. Your contribution and your expertise is what makes us be able to represent your global voice. So thank you for your contribution. Thank you for taking time. And thank you for sharing your practice in your country. And we look forward to welcoming you to the Isrrt with more to come in the future. Thank you, and have a great day, great evening, or great morning, wherever you are around the world.
Thank you, Donna. And all right, goodbye. See you next time.